Manny, it's a crisp spring morning at the Onganga Stadium. Obviously, it's a fantastic start and finish line for next weekend's event. The excitement is building for the 2023 Paratus Namibian Cycle Classic. You're on board this year as the technical partner, and I believe there's been lots of innovations that are taking place. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what the riders can expect next weekend over the Saturday and the Sunday?
Yes, Patrick, thank you very much. Paratus Namibian for the second year on board. So that's what I've done. For the mountain bike on the Saturday, don't do everything on the farm because this is a family affair.
Right.
So we do quite a lot south of Windhoek, which is not as technical and not as hilly. Only the 45, not 50 kilometers. So it's actually only 45 kilometers. We'll go into from Windhoek and do some of the big climbs.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about the Cape Town Cycle Tour. This year, the event on the road race on Sunday specifically is a seeding event for the Cape Town Cycle Tour. Tell the riders a little bit more about what they can expect there.
Yeah, Pat, before COVID, the Cape Town Cycle Tour was a very popular event, sold out over 35,000 participants. And seeding is always a big problem. If you're a newbie, you'll be seated at the back, so you will start maybe 11:30, 12 o'clock when the pros are already done. So there are seating events, and for this year, Paratus Namibian Cycle Classic for the 100 kilometer has got the seating status again. So your result will then be used to seed yourself for the Cape Town Cycle Tour.
Manny, let's talk a little bit about the race distance, specifically the 50 kilometer mountain bike race. I know there's been a short reduction. Let's maybe just explain to the riders what the thinking is behind that.
Yeah, Pat, originally we had a 50 in mind, but after doing the course a couple of times, I found better routes, and that reduced the distance to 45. And I think in hindsight, the riders will be happy, and also the riders that will also do the next day, the Sunday, so they've got 5 days grace. So just be caution. There is a couple of hills, but only 45 kilometers for the long distance on the mountain bike.
Realistically, on an event of that length, whether it's 45 or 50 Ks, it's much of a muchness. It's a really big days of riding. And I think very importantly, and you make mention of that, is the fact that there is another event available on the Sunday and guys want to save their legs. So whether it's 45 or 50, it's all about coming out and having fun with the family, right?
For sure. And what I've also done this year, because some people don't have Garmins, but some people don't have speedometers, so they don't know how far. So we've got a 20K to go board out there. So the people on the 35 kilometer, which again, we've made a little change, so it's only 33 kilometers. There'll be a 20 kilometer to go board, so then you will know you've got 20 Ks left. There's also a 10 kilometer to go board, so then you'll only have 10 kilometers left. And I think we've also got a 5 kilometer to go board, so then you've got 5 kilometers to go, and then you don't have to worry what your speedo says and what the entry says. Just follow the boards.
Just follow the boards, have fun. I think it's a great way to sort of prepare your mindset as well for what's left. So all of that information with regards to registration times, the venue, start times for Saturday, start times for Sunday, all of that's going to be on social media, so riders can just check in on the various social media pages. I want to ask you one last thing. The venue, obviously fantastic with a nice big green lawn. I know you're big about keeping riders entertained and keeping them present. Tell me a little bit about what riders can expect once they've finished on Sunday or on Saturday for that matter, what there is to do, what kind of vendor services are available, whether they should bring cash or whether there's card facilities. Maybe just give people a quick rundown of what riders can expect after they've done the hard work.
Yeah, well, again, being a seating event for the Cape Town Cycle Tour, I see now they keep the people to the venue. We're going to do the same here. So riders will be channeled into the stadium, where we will have a bike park for the people that want to stay here. If you don't want to stay here, you will have to go through the stadium, see what's happening inside here, and then you might turn around and stay here. So you will then enter the one side of the stadium and exit on the other side. So the vendors will be finalized in the course of this week, but there will be food and drinks. We've got soft serve, we've got some of the teams, we've got Cycle Tech, we've got Manny's Bike Maker here, we've got Simon here, so we've got some of the bike stores out here supporting the event. And again, we're on the lookout on social media. We will do a final post end of the week. And my number is always there, and my door is always open if people have any questions.
Great talking to you, my friend. Guys, it's you're running out of time, so if you haven't entered, the entries are closing not long from now. Make sure that you get onto those online portals. Make sure you get your entries done. We want to make this a massive, massive celebration of cycling next weekend, so join us.
Thank you.
Always Please prepare.